It is good to see you again, and, I admit, not a moment too soon. See, I told you war fashions exceptional acts and leaders, and I note you have brought the Adeptus Astartes with you. Excuse me, Commander. I must talk to the Blood Angels chapter master before his warriors slay every Xenos still breathing and rob us of any intelligence.
Commander, your men must be praised.
None is needed. We were just doing our duty, as were you. I'm glad you are finding your faith again. I'm grateful for that. Just offer thanks from me when you next send tribute to the Emperor. Praise the men, but I have no time for such things. That's a little bit callous. Let's just take the first option.
I will pray, but not just to the Emperor. The group I belong to, the Brotherhood of Soul, take a more holistic overview. Still, I will indeed pray. Change is needed, and the Space Marines, and you in particular, Commander, seem to be the best agents to do this while the Orks still thrive.
It is as I feared, my lord. The Orks are far more devious than we have given them credit for. Ghazghkull Thraka is far more powerful and intelligent than any other Ork we have encountered, perhaps since the legends of Ulanor.
Yet he is still flesh and base blood, Commissar. The Xenos can and will be killed, and Armageddon liberated. We have 3 Space Marine chapters on world, and the likes of the Commander's Steel Legion here. The Orks cannot stand against us. We need to cut the head off this serpent. Once their figurehead is gone, the rest of the Orks will revert to their more predictable behaviors, and be easier to wipe out.
What next, my lord?
Please, you and the Commander have more than earned my respect, and can address me as Commander Dante. Ever since Thraka evaded my grasp at Hades, he has switched his attention to Tartarus. The beast, in another ingenious move, has attempted to cripple the last manufacturer base still intact, and starve our forces of supplies. We have precious little time to counter this threat. The Blood Angels and Ultramarines must return to their ships immediately, and will combat drop directly on the hordes. This is a risky strategy, but we don't have any other choice.
Lord Dante, Acheron is secure. We've massacred countless greenskins at the Stygies bridges. They will long remember the wrath of Vulcan. Now, Steel Legion can take over defending the crossings. I request that the Salamanders join you at Tartarus. We wish to burn more Orks.
You have done well, brother. We will fight this battle side by side, slaying the beasts with bolter and fire. Commander, you will follow shortly after us. We need every able man we can muster in this battle. Take your battalions. Under my authority, requisition all functioning void ships, and make the journey across the continent to Tartarus. Once there, wait for my signal. Commander, you have made it to Tartarus just in time. Space Marines have established a perimeter and seized all bridges across Skeletus River, thus preventing the bulk of the Orkish army from crossing to this side. For the moment, we only need to deal with half of the horde. Land your ships and deploy for the battle. This might be your most difficult battle yet. The Orks outnumber us 10 to 1. But they did not expect us, and are now bewildered. By acting fast, we'll tip the balance in our favor. Strike decisively, and aim for Ghazghkull's mobile base, his boss fortress, to use their bestial parlance. If you get the opportunity, take the creature out.
Good to have you here at Tartarus, Commander. It's a name of hell and fire that evokes strong feelings in my brethren. Steel Legion and Space Marines will fight this battle together. I will see you on the battlefield.
Scenario objective: capture all 4 victory hexes and destroy Ghazghkull Thraka's battle fortress unit. Welcome to Act 2, Mission 4 of Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon. I have 12,000 requisition to play with. There we go. Fully loaded. And I'm going to presume, if we look at our slots, quite a few slots. That'll be the ones I was missing, plus maybe extras. There are no extra units from what the pop-up shows me. I think it usually tells me there's more, so we'll just play with what we want. So what do we want? I lost 2 weapon teams at the end of the last battle, so maybe it would be nice to have those back. Have a quick scan of the battle map. I just have to capture those, and that's it. Yeah, control those 4. But I have to capture the hexes and destroy the battle fortress, which I don't know where it is. We're deploying here, here, and here, and then the Orks are presumably on the other side of the deployment zone. How do I want to do this effectively? The temptation is to stick our entire army on one flank, so that means I can't be bullied on multiple sides, but it's going to be difficult to fan out from this position. There's only 3 tight crossings. It's not the end of the world. 3 crossings is okay. And there's probably enough slots here that I could deploy everyone down eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, I'm not going to be able to fit my entire army in just one quadrant, so I'm going to have to spread out somewhat. So we'll think logically about how we want to make sure everyone gets some good use. Alright, huge amount of requisition to spend. Let's buy some big things. I want my weapon teams back. But which ones? I think I retained the mortar. No, it was the heavy bolter I retained, and the mortars are quite good. With line of sight blocking terrain to utilise here, so one of those wouldn't be bad. Are there any other line of sight blocking options we could play with? I could bring in a Space Marine support team instead. Their only options are these 2, which aren't quite the same as the mortar. I suppose this is the anti-infantry version. Sort of does the same jobs, but it's direct fire rather than not needing line of sight. And this is anti-armor, 1 to 2. Okay, multi-melters I suspect are fantastic at cutting through armor. The downside is that they're a support team, so they will be targeted first by the enemy, and they only have 2 range. So I'm going to have to get very, very close, and then really badly hurt by the enemy when they hit back, so probably not. Let's do a couple upgrades first. My Terminators, I've decided, I'm using them basically up close at all times to punch things, so I'm going to upgrade them, air quotes, down to Assault Terminators. They go radically superior from a melee standpoint, but don't have guns. I'm barely using the guns, so I may as well take the cheaper option that's more effective in the role I've been using them. If I had Thunderhammer Storm Shields as an option, I would take that, but Lightning Claws are pretty good too. Do they have more armor? They do have more armor. They apparently just thicker Indomitus pattern plate somehow. Other upgrades. Everyone else is okay. Just want to buy stuff. I'm going to take the mortar back. I like my mortar. Try and play with it in such a way that it doesn't get us killed. Take a bit of Chimera speed. Still 4 left? Okay. I did receive a nudge from the comment section. Maybe I can give the aircraft a try. I haven't been playing them very well. One of the big ones is probably the best bet. Very, very expensive Storm Raven, but why not? They're just more accurate than the Ultramarine variant. So we'll play with a Storm Raven. Some aircraft to help us again. Artillery is doing fine. Decent amount of artillery. Tanks are interesting. I could probably take another Super Heavy. I've got the slots and requisition to afford it, and I'm playing the game in such a way where I have so much to spare that I may as well just splurge on the big things. 3 left. Let's buy a Super Heavy tank. Which one do we feel like playing with? We've used the standard Baneblade. We've got the Anti-Titan one for anti-armor. So one of the other variants for a bit of spice. Anti-infantry Mega Bolter Stormlord. That's probably an all-around good choice for everything. It's 1 to 3, so it doesn't benefit from the 1 to 4 options. That is an artillery piece. How does that stack up relative to artillery, do you think? Can't quite see. I have to do it indirectly. 3 to 7. 90, 25, 3. 3, 7. So more per shot, more as 90, 20. Okay, so it doesn't quite the armor pen of the Death Strike missile. It has 3 times as many shots, and it's just generally better all around to the Basilisk. I don't know why. The Basilisk is the more expensive of the 2. Yeah, 7. It costs more. Obviously isn't anywhere near as durable or able to engage things up close. Then this is a bit of a weird choice where, do you remember with the old Lehman Russ we used? It's got a split profile where really only at range 3 we can actually use all our guns. We'll be in many scenarios where we can't get all of our weapons to bear, so it's kind of annoying how it splits apart. Or maybe we can take a Predator. Let's vote it. What is that version? Hellhammer cannon. Super short range. Also kind of anti-armor, but up close anti-armor. If I've already got that, I don't want another one. Let's play with the Stormblade. Yeah, it's good versatility. 1 to 3 range. Heavy bolters, las cannons, plasming, and I'm curious to see how that plays. I'll take a Stormblade. Still 2 left. Let's try and make an actual guardsman force. Did I already buy it? Yes, I bought the mortar back. Let's buy another Steel Legion unit. I'm running out of those. All my Steel Legion options. I lost the Sentinel at some point, so I've got only a single Scout now. That's really not good at all. So maybe I'll purchase a second Salamander Scout. They are the better of the two Sentinels. They do better damage, and I know their tracks are technically slightly less maneuverable than the legs of the Walkers, but they're generally a lot more effective. More scouting isn't an atrocious idea. Give me my Scout back. Wait. That one. Don't think I need anyone else. And then one last choice. One. What do I need composition-wise? I lost the old command team. It got eaten, so I just have Tycho and the command tank now to serve that purpose. So is there any way? Maybe I could just take the old flag wavers back. Where are they hiding? There. Steel Legion command. Do I need them? Realistically, if I've run into this issue before where I've already got 2 batches of command capacity and it seems to be more than sufficient to handle things. My Space Marines are very clearly up close and personal punch stuff. Dreadnoughts, Terminators. Yeah, I don't think I need any more of those. Maybe what I didn't try was another variant of Dreadnought. Could at last take an Ultramarine unit. Have a ranged Dreadnought. That is very much anti-armor. Las cannons, missile batteries. This is anti-infantry, assault cannons, and power fist short range. If you're going to use that one, why would you not just take the superior Blood Angel one? So if we're going to use a Dreadnought, it would be this ranged variant to supplement our up-close variant. Take a Hellfire Dreadnought. Is there anything else that screams to me that would be cool? We've played with most of the Steel Legion stuff. That kind of tickled our fancy. We lost the anti-tank support. But I'm doing pretty well in terms of anti-tank fire now. We have a lot of dedicated anti-tank options to help us with enemy armor. One of these tanks, we could buy a proper Land Raider. Or a Predator. That's the most expensive. Crusader. Oh, that's the anti-infantry one. Hurricane pattern bolters, assault cannons. Well, the multi-melter's anti-tank, but that's not really what it's designed for. What is armor like? Armor 90. How does that stack up to? Equivalent armor to a Baneblade pattern. Nice. What about these? Oh yeah, I was also wrong. I think this is indirect. I was looking at the chassis stats. It's this one. Thank you for pointing that out. The Whirlwinds also. But it's really short range artillery, bizarrely. 2 to 3. So you have to get worryingly close. I'd rather the long range artillery. These are the Predators I'm familiar with. The Annihilators and Destructors. That's the anti-armor one. Ah, shit, the Annihilator should come with las cannons and more las cannons. Yeah, they all use the heavy bolter sponsons. Now, I'm going to play with one of the Land Raiders. I think they're cool. I use them in every tabletop army I've got a Land Raider, so I'm not going to turn one down. But which one? That is very, very heavy anti-armor. Multi-melters. Crusader to just chew through Ork infantry. Or the Helios, which is a weird mix of las cannons and artillery. I'm going to play with the Crusader. Let's just make annoying Ork infantry vanish in a cloud of green mist. That's all our slots. We still have 9,000 to play with, so we can trade all of these in and out whenever we want if you have any suggestions. I am a couple parts ahead of you in terms of recording, but I am going back and reading them all and slotting them as you go ahead. So, yeah, basically, if there's something we haven't touched yet that you want to see how it plays, by all means, we're loaded with points. Deployment. We're going to use 2 different flanks. I can't really just deploy all on one side. In that case, would it make more sense to deploy here? It's far more open and I can stretch out more effectively. Maybe I can siege this area, push this, and then I have control of this zone. The line of sight blocking here is a bit of a headache, but I don't want to attack them from 2 sides. This area and this area I'm going to secure so I can secure the structures here. So Tycho's going to be there and the command tank on the other side. That gives us some command capacity on both flanks. 1 scout on either side makes sense. Scout here to see what's going on. 1 super heavy on either side. I'll put them near the front as they tend to be quite slow so you can get them into action quickly. And then for melee punch, well, if Tycho's there, maybe I'll put... here's what. I'm quickly going to upgrade, air quotes, the Death Company Assault Squad down to a regular Rhino. These Rhinos are insanely expensive. The upgraded variant is twice the cost of the standard one. And for what? All you really seem to get out of it is an extra point of spotting, which is nice, but the underlying Death Company are spotting 3 anyway. So yeah, this Rhino's spotting 3, this Rhino's spotting 2, and I think you get an extra point of movement. The thing is, with the Death Company themselves being movement 5, they usually get to where you want them to be anyway. If you had to move such a great distance that moved 6 and 7 actually matters, you're not going to be able to use the Death Company to assault things, you're just stuck in the Rhino, so the extra point of movement is also not helpful. I think it gives up a fair chunk of armour. And then just don't be shot. We're almost always on foot, so now I'm going to upgrade back to the regular Rhino to save on points efficiency. And also, as we learned, it factors in your transport cost for how much damage you take, so I'm more than happy to move back down. So they'll go here. They can help me punch things. And I'll put the Terminators on the other side to drive forward and punch things. Artillery should be close enough to start engaging the Orks immediately. I don't know what's over there. We should be safe on this flank, so that's probably fine. This is probably fine. And then maybe this one there could get close enough to start shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be tough. It's not great slots to work with. Ogons are more melee. Probably down here makes more sense. Or the tanks. The tanks are going to be slow, sadly, so let's get them somewhere they can help quickly. If there's anti-armor up here, I'm going to swap the 2 super heavies, just in case there's annoying anti-armor on that side I need to fight my way through. Should I upgrade the Annihilator, or it really is a bit pants? I don't really see a lot of value in it. We could take instead... Oh, you can't upgrade into Space Marine stuff, it's just regular tanks. What would we use instead is the question. Another super heavy? I mean, they're basically the same speed and kind of fill the same role, it's just a more effective tank. If I had the option, I'll turn it into a Predator pattern of some kind, but that isn't a move. Another one of these. I'm using that one and that one, so one of you. No, I don't like the artillery piece. Close range, hit them so hard they explode instantly. Amazingly, that's actually cheaper than the Predator, so I think that is a better option. The Bane Hammer. 1 to 4 tremor cannon, las cannons, and heavy bolters. It does less damage, apparently, than the las cannons. But has more armor pierce, perfect accuracy. That's just intrinsic to Bane Blades. Maybe just a regular one. Oh, we used it already, might as well use a different version. How do these two stack up? Bane Blade Cannon is longer range. No, they're the same range, 1 to 4. Has more damage per shot. Slightly has better armor pen. Why would you use the Tremor Cannon? It seems to be just flatly worse. And this one comes with a Demolisher Cannon. Okay, I'm just going to take another Bane Blade. Yep, swap that out for the silly one that's not helping me much. Go there, so you can get into the fight quickly. You can fly, so I'll have you further back. What's their movement? 5. Kind of slow. You'd think they'd be faster. You can fly over our allies and come help. Mortar team. Just run back there. It's going to take a while to get these into the fray. And all-purpose tanks. These are the kind of baby tanks that got left behind. There is some temptation to upgrade all of these standard tanks to super heavy patterns, but let's leave a couple there. I like how cheap this one is, and it just works sort of fine. Okay, that is the end of the deployment phase. I'll give a quick summation of what happened. We had an enormous sum of requisition to play with, over 11,000, and 5 unit slots. So I went ahead and I bought back my lost mortar, as I like the weapon team. I'll try to keep it alive, and then purchased a few extra things. I now have a new super heavy, the Stormblade plasma gun version, and upgraded one of the Annihilator pattern tank to be back to the regular Baneblade, as that just wasn't helping much. I purchased just a normal Land Raider. It's not a transport, it's a dedicated version that actually hits things with Hurricane Bolters, so it's going to skewer Ork blobs. And then I think I purchased a bit of Flyer as well. We'll give them another try, see if I can get them to be effective. It's short range as a Flyer, so it might take some damage, but it's worth a go. And then for other upgrades, I just turned the Rhino that the Death Company were putting around in from an upgraded one to a regular one, as the upgraded one wasn't helping us and was costing us every time we took damage. Everything else is about the same. For our deployment, we have to seize this and destroy Ghazghkull Thracker's Battle Fortress, wherever that is. We could deploy up here, but I factored in 2 blobs is probably better than 3, where you stretch yourself unnecessarily thin. And then we can all push together on this zone, kill the Orks together, and then move in this way. Yeah, we have Orks here. Shooter boys, except one with a big shooter, so that's maybe the priority. Nothing to see up there, but we're going to ignore this flank. We're heading down this way immediately. Again, you're the anti-infantry one, so how much damage can we do? Lots. And this one will try to shoot me back and do nothing, so there you go, immediately proving the viability of the Land Raider Crusader. We can get there and do fantastic damage to them, and they can't hurt us. Good old anti-infantry Land Raider. The Dreadnought can step forward. I'd like to scout first, though. If I put the scout there, we're in cover and blocks line of sight a bit. It's a little bit risky as it's kind of far forward. I think that's far enough to feel safe and still have good vision. There you go, that's what I was worried about. They are vision what? 2, 2, 2. So if I can kill these off, I'm not actually worried about these spotting me. Let's finish off that so it can't hit me anymore. Yeah, no longer support firing. I need this to be dead, so I think getting the melee bruisers onto them to do as much damage as fast as possible is the solution, which means I have to shoot that to death. I don't want these to engage me this turn, really, if I had any choice. Just start driving these down to help. It's anti-armor, so it's not going to do much, but it's worth a try. All of you start flying over to shoot stuff. It's maybe not the best use of the move. No, that's painful. We won't do that one. If I had any choice, I would actually use the artillery to hit the further away one. This is more of a threat to me. I could intentionally stay... I can't quite stay out of their range as they spot too, so they'll see us no matter what. I can't actually hit that one, amazingly. Don't think I can quite clean them this turn, they're just a bit too far. Yeah, all of these aren't going to help me. Just get forward as much as you can. That means that scout is going to get hit really hard, really quickly. In that case, it might logically make more sense to start engaging these now before they start messing me up. Baneblade versus Baneblade. I don't have the more dedicated anti-tank one was up there. If they swapped places, I'd be in heaven. How do I fight through you in the most efficient way possible? The Ogres do really good damage. Tycho, I suspect, would also do really good work. Exchange for some losses. Surely the Dreadnought can absolutely rinse them. Yeah, and they don't really hurt us either. Best solution, I hit you, you can't really hit me. Heavy bolters would love that if I pick the right spot. There we go. A little bit risky given range, but I think I can get armor between me and them. Should I just be further back to be safe? There you go, now I'm sort of safe. Safe, air quotes. I think all the artillery is already discharged. What if they can? Yes, yes, yes. How many more of you could potentially come up here and help? In a way that doesn't get us horribly killed. Terminator squad just can't reach to be of assistance this turn. Too far away. You could maybe take a long range shot. Nope. They're all just going to have to transition this way as fast as possible. I can't get most of my army here. Oh, the plasma blast gun can get over there. Not very effective into infantry, sadly. Yeah, it's an anti-armor dedicated attacker, isn't it? It seems pretty obvious. But I think between Tycho and the Death Company, I could kill these. I can't quite get through those, is what's going to happen. Unless I bring this here. And just abandon the poor scout to get killed. I can hit those fairly hard. I think I can kill 2 of 3 of these, but not all 3. You'll be close, but I'll fall shy. I hit this one with this, and then maybe the Ogrins or the Death Company could stand there and kill those. That then leaves Tycho and the Ogrins to hit those 2. Tycho will do good damage, but can't quite finish one off. This one's going to be alive, giving line of sight to everything so they can engage us. Far more effective than the old las cannon Lehman Russ I had. They contribute a bit more, but not enough to change the equation. Damage into those wouldn't be terrible, but it's so far away. Start taking chunks out of the Death Dread that's going to walk over and hit me in a second. Yeah, 1, 1, 2, it's, yeah, 4 is more than enough to get over here and skewer the poor scout. I can replace it immediately when it dies. It has no XP anyway. Quite kill those. You have a shot but can't quite reach unless I do this. Can you? I was really hopeful you could kill that one for me. No. Right, stand there and shoot them in a second after I engage them with something else. I'll kill these two and then this one's going to survive on 0 hit points and be annoying about it. Yeah, they fall just shy. Can anyone else do it for me? The Ogrins will do it. So maybe the Ogrins, they serve better there though. Until they're dead I can't put anyone there to hit them, so they end up just being alive with this annoying pest. I don't want Tycho anywhere near them, otherwise I'll lose all my HP. Decent. Now we can stand there and start chopping them. That is excellent damage, but not quite enough. Well, I guess I could kill them all if Tycho went there, hit them, and then the Salamander tank hit them. I'm going to lose 1 Marine for this, but that seems like a fair trade. What if I shot with the Land Raider first? I take no damage, so I might as well do it. Yep, they hit back slightly, not quite as hard. This one's going to survive, I think. Oh, 3 of them lost. Ouch. Yeah, so then here's... Oh, you're still to go. If I use you and you together to hit this squad, can I kill them off, do you think? And then that leaves the Death Company there to easily chop through those. What if you drove... Oh, I can't reach that blast. If I was there, maybe I could get enough shots into them to finish them. I'm barely going to miss this. I've only got 1, 2, 3 things left to shoot with, and they can't quite pump out the damage I need. Those Orks are going to survive with like 0 HP and ruin this for me. Can't reach. Downside of having half of your army in the wrong time zone. I think having you kill those is more sensible though, given there's more of them. So just stand there. Oh, no. If you want that to work, you have to do it the other way around. -4 and -8. Well, maybe together they can pull it off. It's worth a try. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, 2 left. And that leaves just you to pick between killing those or those, so it'll be this one. Nobody else has the means to pick off the last one for me. 2 hit points worth of Orks are going to give... Oh, you're still alive. Well, excellent. We did it. We got them all, and they can't draw line of sight to me. I should be clear now. No, Ork turn. By 1 move, we pulled it off. Well done, gang. Now we can hit them without us hitting back. I want the Death Strike missile launcher as far as it can get. Can't quite reach the ideal target, but that's fine. I can start bombarding that other one later. It still hits armor, so it's worth it. It will shoot back if I hit any of these, as it's range 4. So I may as well start hitting it with things it can't shoot back with. Go punch them instantly. Scouting wouldn't be a bad idea. 13 turns isn't a massive time, but there's not a huge amount of space to travel, so we're okay. Start driving through the fastest possible route for you. Leading with those is a bit of a risk. I'll send the scout forward to... We see 2, so if there's something there with 2 vision, it can't see us, so that should be a safe scouting position. Yeah, we see those, but they're well out of range right now. Interestingly, it seems they can't hit me. They have vision and apparently are shooting back, but I don't take any damage? That's got to be a bug. 2 big shooters firing into a little scout. We should take horrible losses. Maybe it's because their accuracy is so low the game is just saying they do nothing. Well, if those equations are right, that's a really good shot, so let's try it. Yeah, just 1 whole point. Fair enough. I could kill them now, but that's not where the damage output really should be going. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the Baneblades like roads. They struggle with poor terrain, so we'll send them down fastest route possible. How do I get onto these as quickly as possible? You, I'm afraid, are going to miss your artillery for a turn. May as well hit that one. And move towards the road, or go around the long way. I could fly over and shoot it and take a whole bunch of damage. Laser Destroyer does good work in exchange for HP. Can I make it yellow morale somehow first? They've fired. I think I fired all of the artillery already, yes. We're going to have to just engage these aggressively. We come out a lot better than they do, and crucially I don't lose the Baneblade, so it costs nothing from a requisition standpoint. The downside to that position is that they can see me. They're within 2, so we want to stop at the third line, which is theirs, as close as I can get. I don't lose the Vanquisher if I do that either. And it's the cheaper of the two to replenish. Tycho can get up there and do amazing anti-tank damage in exchange for being super visible. I can't kill all of these in a turn, so I'm going to be slow and kill them over 2 turns. Let's just be casual about it. Lightning Claw Terminators you would think would be more effective into infantry rather than armour. 10% armour pierce isn't 50 damage though per swing with 6 attacks a pop. Those little bipedal blenders. How does the flyer do? Gets instant killed. Does a lot of damage but then disappears, yeah. Flyers super maneuverable, good DPS, but then if anything touches them they blow up. It's the trade-off for having all of the maneuverability, which I guess is fair. I'm in cover here and you're not, so I think I just take it as a win. Yeah, that was a massive win. Almost got one. Can't really get any further forward. Let's just start long-range bombarding these losers. That should be out of their line of sight, still good. And I'm winning this exchange. Shame I lose the Demolisher Cannon. It contributes quite a bit of damage. If that was alive, would that be the end of the world? Does a lot in melee. It's a serious melee powerhouse. Oh, let's just lead with this. I don't lose the tank. Nice. Now I can kill one of them at least for very little hit back. Good. This one's dead, just with the scout. Scout DPS really is good. Autocannons and heavy bolters. It's an excellent build. There is now safe to stand in as they only have 2 spotting, so the Dreadnought can go forward at no cost. And I'm not going to be engaging with the infantry this turn, so just remain where you are. I'll heal that later. No, I think we're okay. The Ogryns can move forward somewhat safely. I'm not putting Tycho in front, that's an insane risk. I say that and then put him in front. Flyer will not shoot this, but can move down to help with other things in a second. Who hasn't moved yet? These... That's safe, so you may as well just push forward a touch. Who's left now? This tank is not moving. The anti-armor tank. Well, any of these options now reveal our line of sight, so... And I'm only range 2 with all my guns, so I would have to commit myself to immediate brutal combat. But apparently this one can't hurt me because we're not entering melee range. The damage all happens and they never get to hit me. We stay at 1 away, not 0. But again, why let the Orks do damage to me for no reason? I'm full HP, there's no need to rest, so just save your turn. You're good. Way back there, is that the command tank? Does anyone need morale? A little bit down here, but I can't quite reach that, sadly. Tycho would have been much better there if I positioned correctly. If you stand here for a second, you could give them morale back, which is fine, and then Tycho, in between the 2 of you, can fix everyone else later. Heal your wound. 0 Ork movement. A perfect Ork turn, where they get to do absolutely nothing. I'm going to heal this tank this turn. And now at last, can I Death Strike missile the big target? Yes, beautiful. Or even that one. There's probably more anti-armor on this side than that side. So what do I really want to hit? I need to move these out of the way before they can help. Of the other artillery pieces. Yeah, fine. Laser destroyer. So if I can get it low enough, maybe I can then pop in with the Storm Raven to deal the coup de grace without ended up losing the tank. Yeah, it does amazing damage, but if it's alive, it will kill me. Our initiative is pretty quick for a vehicle, and they'll start losing it. Yeah, I don't want to lose the tank if I don't have to, though. If I make space for this to get through, I bet you I can push with the super heavy, so let's get these out of the way. How far would it go? 1, 2, 3, you would assume? So if I move you and you, I'm just going to have you stand there for a moment. More line of sight, and they can't see me, which is good. The good spotting of the Death Company there, quite useful. There's no way they can see me. Right, let's be aggressive with these now. We're dawdling enough. Smash through that one. Oh, good shot. Death Strike missile. Very impressive. That means we can absolutely mutilate this poor one. Let's scout over there first, as I want to see what's going on. I'm going to take a lot of space on this side to round in, so it is worth sending the scout over here. To there is then, if there's anything there, they can't see me. Maybe logically there is actually fine. I don't need to go all the way down into the corner. It's also free damage, so yeah, why not? Now I see them, but they're going to be irrelevant. We can ignore those, as long as I kill this off before round end. So let's bombard it. Good start. And then between the Baneblade and the Melters on this, I presume we've got it. If not, I can walk over and punch it with the Dreadnought. How much damage do... This is the contested spot, but I can drive the Land Raider to there. Yeah, and hit it. That's excellent. And then these are infantry, so the Land Raider can just eat them. Yeah, it's actually a really good build. Hurricane Baton Bolters to chew through infantry. Assault Cannons are general kind of all-purpose, effective against all targets, and then a multi-melter for dedicated armor. All around, kill everything tank. Who wants the honours? The Baneblade's going to move forward. In that case, I'll move the Baneblade to here and get the kill. Have you move closer to the objective, which is up there. Good. Take a good kill. Eliminate this one in one turn for some damage back. Why take the damage, though? I still can't get the tanks through. Is that because you're in the way? If I stand here and that's still alive, bear in mind I will get tagged. So I'm going to take the risk, though, and push, as I think I can get through this in time. Yeah, I'm just really struggling to move this, it seems. Why? Or is this a scout? I can move the scout to there. They will see me if I'm there, and I'll get bombarded, so that's a bad idea. Scouting this way is probably more sensible. Nothing further going on, that's okay. And I can now move them through, finally. You're not going to be able to hit that one anyway, so I may as well do 1 and 2 respectively. And drive the tanks around. You can at least tag it, which is good. -4. Pretty chunky hit. And I'll split the command tanks around in a second. Where even are they? Scout, scout. There and there. Okay, there's my teams. How do I kill you in the most efficient manner possible? That's insane losses to take. Still taking losses there, which is a shame. I really would like to keep the laser destroyer alive. Do you think that's how that works? If it's dead, I don't think I have to care about it shooting me back. Yeah, no matter what I do, it seems it gets a chance to shoot me anyway. I should go first, and it should be gone, and there's only one of them. So as I have superior initiative, they never get the chance to shoot me. But I'm skeptical as to how this actual game will calculate it. Shall we test it? It's worth a go now. If this works, I'll be able to kill it instantly and take no damage. No, I missed it by 1 hit point. Yep, so I just lost 3/5 of the whole unit. What a rip-off. Typical. And they're quite expensive, so that's a lot of requisition. Just drive forward. You're trapped behind your mates, so around the long way. Then you can use the line of sight blocking terrain here after. Who needs morale on why? You're all good. I could put Tycho there and help this one. Or push Tycho forward and help the Baneblade. These need a bit of morale. You come forward first. This command tank is going to have to drive around this way. So that will be that one catered to. In that case, Tycho's got only a single choice to make. He either helps... That's a minor river, so I could theoretically... No, I think I've run into this problem before. I get stuck back there, so I may as well drive around the long way. Get this ridiculous armor conga line moving. Here, do we go up or down? I'm going to go this way with the Dreadnought. That should be safe. This one needs morale more than any other, I would assume. We have no line of sight here, so who cares? The mortar would love to be here or here, so yeah, the faster I can get it up there, the better. Your morale is more important than anything else. How many turns of healing would we need? 4. That's not really worth it. I'm going to move the tank forward as no matter what, as I need to get them further around quicker. This is one of those ones that are completely useless if you get close to them, so I might be able to pinch it. Let's do a bit of scouting first. I can move you to there and reveal a lot of what's going on. I am within 2 of that, though, so I'll need that dead this turn for it to be a sensible move. What's your spotting? 2? Average. Let's just see what's going on. Yeah, it's packed with Orks. Who would have thought? It's going to be difficult to move around. A lot of armor, so as long as this is out the way, we're not threatened. Now, apparently I get gunned down by support fire before it even gets to shoot. Tycho could kill it, but why take all the damage? This needs to be shot to death first, so it stops big shootering me. They're both big shooter teams, so they're good targets. Do I care about engaging those? Not really. That would mean I take a lot of damage for no reason. The missile should hit that if it's got range. Let's get everyone else forward first, see if I can pull that off. You move towards your destined spot. Next turn will be there. I still can't see Ghazghkull's battle fortress. And if these can step forward, it would make more room for everyone else. I'm going to have to send some around this way. There's too much packed in this choke point. I think the Terminators would be better served moving this way. Am I really forced to move only 1 square? I bet if I moved you out the way, I could probably get it in the right spot. So I just fix these now. They're not going to help me at all at that value, so yep, give me those back. And then Tycho's, I guess, fast enough to move to here and go punch stuff. Movement 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lets me get to here and shoot something if I want to. Fix their morale as well. No, you still seem to have only 1 point of movement. Unless I go around this way. Which I think I will, given how slow everything is up here. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Anti-armor would love this side. May as well start pestering those. If I move these first, there's more room for other things to move, so yes. The downside to being there is that they can draw line of sight. So if we're going to do that, we would want them dead. Yeah, that's apparently fantastic damage. So with that being what it is, I think I can kill it this turn. There's another one there, but that's got 2 spotting as well. So the Baneblade's definitely going to be visible. May just have to commit to an all-out assault this round. That's decent, but not quite lethal. Also really good. How far can the artillery get now that I've made space? Not quite far enough to hit anything, sadly. You're in heaven. Okay. There we go. I knew I could wiggle it around if I came far forward enough. Do I put it all into this, or go for something else? I can't kill them both to deny line of sight anymore, so just take your choice. Oh, you can do great damage to their artillery piece. It's not. Oh, it's not artillery. It's not indirect. It has to come see me directly. Again, killing this means this is all invisible, so it would be nice to make it disappear. 2 of those at limited HP aren't that threatening. Yeah, there's now 1 left. Tricky to engage with things here, though, given their support fire. Throw the Death Company away to achieve that. The mortar teams need another turn to reach. I could kill it in exchange for losing quite a few scouts, but net, I would argue it's worth it, as I'll take far less damage than if we left them alive. Isn't really anyone else who's going to be able to help with that, as the Death Company aren't going to be able to get there this turn. Scout can move its way this way. Would be in range of those, which is a shame. So there, that is visible to the enemy. Yeah, I'm kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place. Should take some free damage first, I guess. And there, technically visible. There's no way to get forward and scout and not be within their radius. Willing to disregard those useless shooter boys. Who really cares about them? Strange that this shooter boy team can hurt me, whilst the previous one couldn't. Why do you think that is? I've engaged one of those before and they did absolutely nothing. Or I could just go Dreadnought them. That will probably reveal more of what's there, though, so we need to be careful. There's a support team there, but they're all non-threatening. This might be a bit of a waste, actually, engaging with all of these. Now that's safe, I think. Good, now I can see what's going on. Black gun. You might be shooter-boyed a bit, but who cares? I've got excellent choices of units on this side to counter these infantry. They can't engage us competently. Now I can hit them and apparently they can't bother me. Okay. Yep, so if they just keep getting zeros, then what do we care about their damage output? They might shooter boy you one. No, you're safe. You're good there. Ogrins, do you want to come forward and kill this? You could in exchange for, definitely exchange for dying next turn, as you'd be visible to everything in their army. Spotting 2, spotting 2. I mean, that wouldn't be able to see, but everything else can. If I stood there and killed it, technically I'd make us all invisible again. I fall just shy, though. Can I do any extra damage? If I use that tank to shoot up there competently, it would have worked. No, I slightly flubbed it. Can't contribute chip damage with this, which is a shame. I could just try and hope for the best if the Ogrins get lucky and get the kill. No. Still has a couple hit points left. Nearly. And you, as planned, kill this to save yourself from the rest of their team. Pretty much the only thing left, I would assume. Oh, I could throw the Death Company away. Don't want to do that. What if I use the vehicle? What is the range of your guns? Stormbolter is 1 to 2. I could... No. It's got 2... I don't know... Why am I so fussing? This can see the Baneblade, so they'll always have line of sight. It makes no difference. Put them there, as then I can start chewing through these. Better use of our time. And the armor's at last going to be in a position to help next turn. Let's do it. I'm a little bit worried that the damage I take will then drop my DPS, so the calculation is wrong and this will survive. But it's worth a go. We did get the kill. Okay, so now this side is invisible. They can't see us. Who's going to get hit here? They have artillery. That's nice. Yeah, they really want the scout. Fine. Killing one scout with your entire army is a terrible move. This one's going to hurt. Ooh, Baneblades could get really badly hurt by their melee. Good to know. Yeah, that packs a punch. Don't get punched by vehicles. Okay, we're going to push aggressively on this side as there's a lot of armor here. Can I get the anti-armor tank into range to help? Absolutely yes. Annoyingly, I can't hit the really good target, which will be that. I don't think there's any way I can get there. I'm going to Death Strike Missile the biggest one, which is you. Good starting hit. Using any more shots into these is a waste. They're kind of pathetic, so let's prioritize these as targets go. Dreadnoughts can hurt it in exchange for quite a bit of HP. You don't do much at all. If that's dead, I can then move more effectively, so let's get the anti-armor tank involved. I can finish this off or do good damage to you. I think I'm probably better off killing all of this and then healing the Baneblade this turn. You don't want to do that. You can get to there and start mortaring. Position of... well, it's not actually safe because they have line of sight, and as I've seen... that's only got spotting 1, so as long as I kill everything else, they can't see me. So I am free to mortar. I could even mortar their annoying artillery if I wanted. So 2 turns to kill that, and then I'll start working down something else. I think I can kill that pretty effectively. How does the tank do? Decent. Again, the threat for the tank is this one now. As we've learned, they are pretty good at hitting me. So let's mortar the support team. I can't quite get the heavy bolter around to get anything useful. If I move you this way, I could probably start taking chunks out of you and be safe from their return fire. I do even better there. What is their range again? 3 with the big shooters, which is a shame because they can hit me. And they can kill off another 2 of them. So aggressively expensive. That's also not great. Artillery fire. Again, I want these depleted as fast as possible. Probably actually these are more of an issue than those. I've got things on this side to hit them. I'm not going to be able to get the tank line really to engage them. I'll use the artillery on this side. That'll be dead. That's a non-threat, let's be honest. These are the problem. Let's hit the healthy one. It's now less healthy. Surprisingly durable. Take a long-range shot with those and then run the Ogryns away. They're not going to be able to help me at their current strength level. If you can kill that before you leave, that would be perfect. Yes, good shot. Well done. Then scurry to safety. Just back here. How the Terminators do. Terminators do excellent damage in exchange for most of their HP. Same sort of proposition with those. I now have the spot for the big gun. These are still more threatening than anything else. So you... damage is basically the same, but I have far better accuracy into that one. You have accuracy, you have accuracy. Disregard this side for a turn. We're going to go up here and hit all of this now. Dreadnought punching. I win the mech battle, which is quite gratifying. Dreadnoughts versus Death Dreads. We crippled their accuracy, so they can't bother me anymore. How do I get through you now? I've used everyone else's DPS. I could put the tank right there and shoot them, which is novel. Or long range them in a way where they can't hit me. That's a good spot, I think. I'm not really bothering with this, which is possibly a mistake. Maybe I'll use the Death Company for that. Painful. Oh, you can do it. Yeah, that's fine. Well, there you've got, what? 3 hull points left. Okay. Can't help with any of those this turn. They're stuck behind all the armor. I'd love to heal you, but you're just probably going to have to run this turn. Unless I commit a huge amount of melee into these crippled ones. Well, until they're dead, I'm not able to actually heal the tank. They'll just end up getting in the way. Oh, I haven't used this yet. Perfect. Get into cover. I could kill that one off, but it's got no hit points left, so that's a bit of a waste. Let's go for the healthier options. The tank, or... no, there's way too many Death Dreads left. Less Death Dreads. And then we start meleeing. Now I can do good damage for little in return. Annoying, they clung on with 1 hit point. 2 hit points. And they can't actually reach the front line as I've blocked all the spaces. Kill that one, not quite that one. We just head to there and start chewing things. You can kill their anti-tank option here. The downside to that approach is that we get shot by a lot of stuff in a second. I have no more things on this side to deal the last 2 hit points I need to stuff. If they engaged me, they would probably lose. They would take more damage than they dealt, so I don't think they'll bother. The downside is I'm definitely going to get artilleried to death if I don't escape, so I need to shoot and then run. Once it's range 5, if I'm there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that one can still hit me. So bizarrely, the move might be to shoot that one. I get you punched by those, but I'm going to hit those with the Storm Raven. Start working those down. That's better now, it's better exchange. Can I use the Heavy Bolter this turn? No. Have to be next turn. Nothing else I can do to contribute. The Punisher? Amazingly can get in range, so can take the edge off at least one of these for me. Sure. And you can shoot that and run. And then heal for a turn. That leaves all the super expensive Space Marine stuff right on the front line. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. I could go punch that one to death. Spotting 2, which means I'm in range of those, so they'll see me. Tragic. Tycho is stuck on the river, sadly, so I can't do what I thought he could do. Maybe I run around that way instead. You were going to fly to there and do excellent damage into annoying. I think because I'm a flyer, I can't be engaged at melee range. Is immune to being assaulted, so therefore that, with only having range 0, is completely helpless versus a flyer. It's a really good hard counter. That's a bit risky as I don't know what's further up there, but I think unless they're right there, I'm safe. That is blind, so I'm kind of putting myself out of sorts. Let's play it safe and go. I'm within 3 to be big shooters no matter what I do, but there's not many of them left. They're not as threatening as they used to be. Oh, let's just move there and see what happens. There are no orcs. Good, sort of got away with it. I don't want to force you over the river. It will take a million years to transition. Why can't I move through those and just go 1, 2, 3, 4? Not immediately obvious. More tanks just pushing the best of their ability. This is an ugly choke point, but if I can kill this, nothing here is threatening the heavy armor of the Baneblade. One down here, one up there. There's no real armor up here. Oh well, the laser destroyer should head that way to go shoot you. And the all-purpose tank, I guess, can head down this way. You haven't shot yet. That's a good exchange. Is that another command tank that hasn't done anything? Yes, but be careful. They will target prioritize this heavily if it's in the front there. I also need to purchase the scout I lost previously. I want that back. Vehicle. Yeah, they're just really useful. I have one of those. Is it on the reserve list? Oh, it's just here. Put it right there. There you go. Back in the fight in 1 turn. And yeah, the one I had left. You're not going to move. I guess I could move them slightly further forward. They're invisible to the enemy here, but let's not be too aggressive. That's fine. Gives me all the shots I want. Death Company haven't engaged yet, but are severely at risk if I do. I could heal the 1 wound they're missing. Bit of a waste of their DPS. What will hit you if you stand here? They're range 2. They can't reach you, they can't reach you, so it'll just be these 2. And this, you might get shot quite a bit by those. We can easily kill them in a second, so why bother taking all the extra damage? Oh, I'm not allowed. I wanted to move and withdraw. Okay, well, I've just sort of gotten them killed. Take out the Flakadaka gun before it hits us. Okay, that's a misplay. There was obviously more back there. Not surprising at all they'd be able to see me. Command tank. Well, if they're going to be the primary target for everything in the universe now, you may as well push forward. Can't kill off the injured tank no matter what I do. I may as well just do a bit of free extra damage then. Fare thee well, Death Company. Ooh, a Stomper. It's dead. I just got one shot by the artillery. Flyers aren't durable enough, I swear. Their entire army's going to hit the Death Company, aren't they? Ow. Even with only 2 of them, they managed to eat an entire Storm Blade. They really are quite potent. No more flyers. I'm quite happy with that experiment. I'm going to replace it with something else. I lost what? I lost the Death Company and the flyer. What do I want instead? I'm buying the Death Company back. I think they're really, really good. How do I get them there as fast as possible? Probably there and drive up. This turn, replenishing you is the best move. Yeah, give me my Baneblade back. Don't get the wounds back, so I'll have to make do. They're also going to replenish. They're now useful again once morale is restored. There is more on this side to be threatened with, so if the scout can go further. See them again. How do I crack this nut in as effective way as possible? Now I'm going to art that horrid artillery piece. Could have done that last turn and saved ourselves a lot of trouble. What's the most cost-effective way of getting through this? That is annoying how much damage it did to my Vanquisher. Nothing else here is really threatening you. I lost the Lamb Raider at some point. But there's some sort of artillery hitting us from down there. Can I get through this turn? If I move this round? Yes, there we go. I get a shot. 1 left. Who can deal the last shot for me? That kills it, which is good. Or I could just take this one and then withdraw to go heal a bit more. Again, but then once it's dead, none of this can hurt me, so I may as well just push through the threat. And I can start standing here in front of all of this. That's out of the way. Now you can get forward. Start hurting them quite badly in Vengeance. Probably the artillery is the biggest threat. Shame I can't... Oh, there's even more anti-armor on this side that I couldn't see. This may run the risk of getting the weapon team killed, but I'm worried about how little pushing I'm doing. 1 HP, typical. Artillery time. These are basically full health right now. I do have the Death Strike missile to deal with one of those at least. I need to get through, I think... that one, and that one are the priority for this turn. This one will be gone, and I can use these 2 to very effectively engage this. So let's not... it'll be these 2, which are more of a headache. There's not much helping that poor Super Heavy out at this point. Yep. Given the fragility of these and how much damage they deal, I think it makes a lot of sense to hit them. Although, range 3 to 5... 1, 2... they can't actually hit the Super Heavy right now, so we're safe in that regard. And then range 5, 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. You could hit either of those. You're invisible. 3, 4, 5. You could hit the Terminators. Let's fire the missile first. Missile is far more effective into armor, so we'll hit this one. And then the Basilisks can do their usual stuff. If I fire 2 into this, it's pretty much crippled. That's not bad. I'm willing to leave that alive on 3. It's not all that threatening anymore. Oh, I have the anti-armor tank here, of course. Yeah, just drive through and do sickening damage. That's an easy win in a second. You still can't help, but maybe I can get up there to help next turn. They healed, they spawned, they'll get back in the game later. Intact Dreadnought can come up and do Dreadnought things. There is a Squigoth of some kind hiding up there, as you recall. Punisher can move. Maybe the Punisher can be kind and do the remaining damage. No. The little arms fire it chucks out just can't get through the thick plating. who would we use to kill that without wasting these, as they've got far more important things to do? There's more there. Let's not get the same mistake I made with my previous Death Company. Having the Dreadnought stand here and kill them is pretty good. Here and here for the 2 Space Marine units and kill this, and then... Or the Terminators would like to be there as well. Yeah, they can chew through that. Take a bit of damage for it because there's a 1 wound weapon team. That really doesn't matter, does it? Let's hit these. If we were to do that, though, it makes more sense to lead with the Dreadnought. They can't hurt me and their morale is crippled. Although, look at the sheer amount we can do to even thick armor. Yeah, I think the Dreadnought can kill this one. In exchange for a single hull point. Good, and now we see another piece of armor to engage. What's its ranged? 3 to 5, so I can outrange it with the Vanquisher. That leaves that untouched, which is kind of a risk. Need more DPS on this side. This hasn't fired yet. I think I want you crippling their artillery before they hit me. Win the artillery battle. The Punisher can go... Ah, you're a good candidate to hit one of these and do good damage. Probably that artillery piece, actually. Command tank will sit here. Good, I'll have the command tank finish this. And it's in a good spot for morale for the front line. Okay, 1 is enough for me to ignore it. These aren't advantageous engagements. There's probably more up there, as we could spawn here, so there'll be some in the way. So let's not push through too hard. You're going to have to make a choice. You're effective into basically everything, but the cost is you've only got 1 action. How threatening are you? It's a Baneblade in effect. I'm just going to be aggressive with these. I need to put them here and here and start killing stuff. I could finish that off pretty much with you, nearly. Close, but no cigar. Killing off another one of those would reduce the incoming damage for you quite a bit. Or reducing your DPS effectively as well. How far can Tycho get? Tycho can do good. I suspect he's in a lot of trouble if I do that, though. They're going to hit him very, very hard in the next turn. I'm not going to put him there. It's too much of a risk. Just got to decide what this shoots at. Is leaving that alive on 1 wound and sort of low that big an issue? Would we rather help out up here? I think I have enough strength down here to win. It's this side that might crumble, so let's shoot this one. Yeah, 2 and then really low. If you did 1 extra point, you would have actually done even better. Kill the big shooters, kill the artillery. It's way too much damage. We need melee. A lot of our DPS is in our melee capacity. Once those are dead, I think I could probably move 1, 2, 3, 4 stand there and then engage really effectively any of the melee blobs. So let's kill you this way. Oh, you've got to be joking. Oh, come on. He's got a hit point left, so I took even more damage. Can the Punisher now do it for me? Nope. I physically cannot inflict any wounds to this thing. I don't have the teeth. So I'd have to waste your DPS just to get through that last hit point. Disappointing Vanquisher. And then withdraw to go heal. Right, have a bunch of Salamanders on the front line. I guess you can take up the front somewhat competently to stop them hitting you. Good trade. How much can I do if I shoot this? Not much. Fine, just kill this one then. Move a bit further away from those. Terminators, what to do? They are now assault terminators, so they can't shoot back, remember? If I was there, they could all try and engage me and I would do good damage, but I can't actually fight into all targets as effectively as I used to. I could do great damage into the shooter boys, though. Yeah. Tycho, do I commit? Yes or no? The losses would be terrible, and I have the turns to ignore this. They will absolutely target my command team if I give them the chance. No, I think I have to wait here and just go in next turn. Heal? I'm already full HP. Well, I have lost a couple, so I might as well put them back. I'll have the chance. Scout, you're already seeing everything, you're good. And the mortars stay exactly where they are. Alright. Oh, I forgot about the Stomper, of course. Ow, 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 ow. It did kill it. Right. Oh, there's another... Wow, that's some serious armor. Glad I have the Shadow Sword on that side. Again, of course, they hit weapon teams. I lose the Punisher. That level of armor is actually kind of worrying. But I can kill that one pretty quickly with the missile, which is a good start. And then you, I'm guessing, can engage very effectively as well. Yeah, you're going to be carrying that side. Dreadnoughts also... Yeah, the Dreadnought does good work. They're scary, but they're not that hard to deal with. Here, you can get through most of this, and then there's nothing threatening you over there. Okay, it's not as bad as it looks. I can bring you back as well. The low morale is a shame. I can't do anything about that right now. Those engagements hurt a lot, but I can do good damage. Again, lost units. I lost 3, which was what? The Punisher went. Can't remember what else died. Clear, a bunch of stuff died. I just can't recall what it is. That's that one dealt with. Now non-threatening. I think I will move forward and punch them with Tycho this turn. Kill off the last of those to get them out of the way. The mortar should hit the healthiest bunch, which is you. And the Terminators finish them. That will allow the Terminators to take cover in the building to an extent. Oh good, I've drawn sight to another big ugly creature. If I kill these with the heavy bolter, I can then push... Largely pointless. That would actually be the ideal target, as this is an anti-armor vehicle. I'm being physically blocked by these pests, though. Actually, the Scout's DPS is probably better into the crippled unit. And then these can maybe move forward and hit something more worthwhile. Shit, I still can't... I think I'm being blocked from getting there because this is alive. Has anyone got, like, chip damage I could use to hit that? Yeah, sure, this one. No, I can't. 1, 2, 3. That should be within my movement range. Are you blocking the way in? Being that forward with the Scout's kind of silly. Just get out of the way. I just physically can't get there. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of annoying, I'll be honest. You're yet to go. Maybe I'll actually divert you this way to help me with all the armor. Yep, you've got all that thick plating, you might as well help me. But who is the question? Your general damage output isn't that great. It might be because I'm actually missing a tank. One of them exploded. Missile time, do I hit the Stomper or the Gargant? The Gargant is the scarier one. Worth 1,850. It's far larger than anything I have. Start hurting it, which is good. This will die almost immediately, it seems. Yeah, between that and that, we can kill that in one shot. And then round on you. I think this is too good to pass up. I'm going to have you punch this. They're nearly gone. Artillery, what do we do? They do nothing to those, so I should put the shot into the Stomper. Yeah, this isn't scary at all anymore. Oh, I was in range. Oops. But I took no damage. Phew. Just back off a bit. What is their range? Yeah, they've also got range 4, so just don't do that again. You're definitely safe at your distance. Oh, well, I could kill these, which is more... No, let's deal with the super heavy armor that's contesting me. So, you and you... you do really good work into this, though. 29% in exchange for a little bit of hull point. 34% in exchange for more damage. Let's stay away from it. I think I'm actually going to prioritize the big one at the back. I took more than it said I would there. But yeah, we did good work. And missile it as well. Oh, but look at the damage there. It's hard to turn down. Imagine if I had 2 of these here, we could get through them in no time flat. That hurts quite a bit. I could do it in cover and be sort of safer. Could use the anti-armor team, just rush down here and hit them next turn. It's not a terrible idea. That's too much damage to take. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which of these do you think is the correct move? Whichever one I kill this turn, I can then put all of the anti-armor guns into the next one next turn and just wipe it out. So really it's a question of, it would be better for me to kill off one in particular rather than loosening both of them. So let's just kill the small target. And then we'll let you get one activation against one of my guys, and then you're dead next time round. So this small stomper goes first. Yep, there you go. He's got 1 hit point left. That's a shame. Can I do like... Can someone else do that for me? Not have to waste waste a more important shot. Run these forward to help next turn. Can't quite reach with these, which is a shame. They're really low on morale as well. I would stand them there if I had the choice, but I can't reach to be next to Tycho. You can kill this one now and get your morale back by being next to the command units. That's perfect. Good. You're a bit knackered, but you can help me get through those. Stop that from hitting me. Or not. Okay. Oh, okay. Just stay where you are. Get your morale back. Fired, fired. The artillery is done. This side is not done. You need to shoot at something. It's a big unit of shooter boys. It's a bit of a waste, though. You could finish those off. So it doesn't hit me. That's fine. Okay. You've shot. I don't want to get any further forward in case they decide to melee me. The heavy bolter team, I think, could just back off because then I can move forward next turn and still shoot them. You're doing great work. Just contest this one by standing here. It's all coverless dead zone now, so it makes no difference. Protect the super heavies. That's good damage in exchange for taking a whole chunk myself. Double commanding this one. I don't know if it stacks, but it would be good to fix its morale quickly. That's decent. Don't like how much damage they did back, but okay. And they're annoying, the grot tanks. Just stay where you are. You, for scouting purposes, just get a bit further forward. There's more shoots there. You're good. What is that, the Ogrins? Can I stand you next to a command team? No, because the command teams are there and there, so I'd have to move. I can't reach them no matter what. And I could just fix their morale this way and then drive forward next turn. Don't like fighting when I'm that low, they just can't hit anything. How much do you get back? 30. They go up to 63, which is yellow, I want to say. I think you turn orange when you're sub 60. Or just moving forward be the better move. Can I get these out of the way? Not really. You could move in theory, and I could stand them next to Tycho, but then I want this one to be morale positive as well. It's more important than the Ogrins, I would argue. I'll just do it yourself. There you go, you're yellow now. Don't move artillery. No need to move. You are at risk if you stand here. That's going to move forward. How much? 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can basically block it from the super heavies by using the command tank as a shield. It is the more expensive of the batch, so I would rather hit you than anything else, I guess. And then the Baneblade line can take care of the Gargant next turn. I'm going to boldly use the command tank as a meat shield. Cycling through now. You're perfectly good. No need to reposition a lot of this stuff. You could move, but why? You're where you want to be. Show us what you've got, Titan. Yep. Fare thee well, command tank. Ow, ow. It's already dead. Oh, yeah. Don't shoot those. They're very expensive. Oh, they're costly as well. Not bad at all. Death Strike missile has an easy target to pick. How much damage does it take? It's on 13. One Death Strike missile coming up. It's out of range for everything, which is good. We're now on 8. Took 5 hit points. I just outrange it with a bunch of stuff. It is shooting back with that, though, annoyingly, so I should shoot it with something else first. You will win in exchange for some HP. The Baneblades all get hurt quite a bit, so... If I fire... I didn't get enough morale. I was 1 point morale off. Shame. If I fire with this one first, I do damage, but I don't, fortunately, take... Yeah, better initiative. I don't lose the Baneblade, which means when I shoot someone else, I don't have to run the risk of losing the whole tank. So let's do this first. Yeah, we're fine. And then when someone else can hit it, it isn't nowhere near as much back. Anti-Titan gun fire. Kill secured. Oh, has a special sound effect and everything. Okay, punching these. You don't do anything to that, bizarrely. If I just fix this now, it's really not contributing much, is it, mailing HP pool? Anti-armor on this side no longer has anything to do. You're more useful then. How are you not in range? Because it's range 3. I finally run out of stuff to mortar. I have to start moving around. Don't move there with the mortar team, that's insane. It's a lot of damage to take. And then the standard artillery. We have got big things to fight. Really, this and this are the only things left. I do still have the Vanquisher on this side. What is its range? 3 to 5? So that will shoot me back with its big cannon no matter where I sit. It doesn't do a huge amount anyway. Could go Death Company it for huge losses. Yeah, let's chop these apart. That's amazing damage. Go for it. I haven't even fired the artillery yet. I guess we could kill this one outright. Although stopping that wretched artillery piece from hitting me is probably worth more. It does a lot of damage. Hit it hard. I can't reach it, sadly, with this. Now I can. 0. Get out of here. So why is this 0 to hit? Because I hadn't line of sight. Now I can kill it. And this gang could move over and help a bit. What about the Death Company? Could run all the way up there to hit those. Do I lose them again because there's more hiding there I can't see? I did that with the first unit. Let's not do it twice. Strangely, the transport actually seems slower than the Ogrins because of the terrain. Yeah, it moves slower than they do. Movement types in action there. Going to push the scout up to reveal what's going on up here. Doesn't seem to be anything behind, so you should be safe to stand there and start chewing into them. Right, well, found it. I lied. They're running out of pressure here. We've pretty much got them. Can't reach with this turn, sadly, but next turn we're good. I have the anti-tank here I need. I didn't bother with this at all because it's really not that threatening. I could go Tycho it. Very close to the front. I'd get shot by small arms fire a lot, so let's just move into the batch. And then I can punch anything I want to the turn after. Should I heal the Vanquisher? Gives me good odds of keeping them alive, which is not terrible. And then move you. This is the scout. Where's the command tank gone? Scout. Oh, the command tank's the one that blew up, of course. Yeah, I have 4 missing units. Okay. serious casualties this turn. I did have to assault an entrenched position. One of those are great. I think they're an excellent unit. Purchase. Put it down and drive it back in. And I'm still 3 down from something. It's not the super heavies. The Punisher's one of them. I didn't lose the weapon teams. Wasn't the Space Marines, wasn't the Ogrins. I can't remember what the other things I lost was. Did I? Or maybe I never replaced the... No, I think I replaced the Storm Raven with something. Or not. Punisher, Storm Raven, Artillery's fine. Space Marines are fine. Vanquisher's still alive. Scout's still alive. I have no idea what that extra unit was. I completely lost the plot. Okay, well we have an extra one to spare for later when I want it. Although, as I learned from the previous turns, I should buy these whenever I have a chance, as they end up just being wasted. More Ogrins, more support teams. No, I think we're fine on Super Heavies. 3 is probably a good mix. More is just going to get a bit excessive. I might seriously consider another Death Strike. The amount of heavy armor we're now encountering, having 2 of these would be very valuable. Just making these Titans, Gargants and Stompers vanish is super potent. It's just the most effective tool I have to deal with them. Correspondingly rather expensive, but as long as you keep them safe, you never have to worry about the cost after the initial upfront amount. So yes, I'm going to take another one of those and put it somewhere where it can never, ever, ever be touched by the enemy. About there. Oh, I lost... No, they start with 4. Phew. I was very scared I lost one for a moment, but we're okay. It's the Basilisks that start with 5. That's still 2 left. 4. No more flyers, please and thank you. We're now good on artillery. We have 2 anti-tank, 2 anti-infantry. We lost the Punisher. Good point. What do we want to replace? Oh, the Land Raider. The Land Raider was excellent. I want that back. There we go. Finally figured out. If you're pulling your hair out of the screen trying to tell me, never mind, we got there. I really liked it. It got sucker punched by Titan class entities, so it got killed instantly. But its overall damage and effectiveness into all targets is excellent. So I'm going to put that back immediately. I think the road... Well, I got tricked by the road last time. It was actually quite slow to move through. And then there's 1 slot left for something else. Maybe I will just leave that one. I don't have to take everyone every time. That's why we had so much requisition for this one. We ate through it because of the nature of the battle. Who's left now? You need to move, but I want to move you close to a command vehicle. Tycho's there and is completely unreachable by the tank, sadly. If I move this one here, that then gives Tycho... You can then both be next to it, which is perfect. You're there, and you're there. Morale replenishment, thank you. What is this? The Dreadnought is also getting morale back. I've already attacked, so there's no point going to engage this. You're fine. Yeah, you can just keep bombarding. Just move a bit down here so you can hit other stuff. Terminators could move a touch more. This blocks line of sight, which means I can't be hit by this, which is appreciated. You're hanging out there in the open. Can't help you with that. Always the Death Company that take the worst of it. Well, they won't die this time, at least. Ooh, they're pushing. And instant killed the scout. Of course they did. Huge amount of Ork chaff down here now. Stop killing the Death Company. How far can you get this turn to help? This is the command vehicle, so you want it quite far. They do shoot back at range 3. I'm going to move forward with you. You're anti-infantry technically with the Demolisher, so you're a good shot into these. Yeah, the big healthy one is a no-brainer. What if I got even closer? 71% accuracy. I do less damage because technically you've gotten too close to fire the Demolisher. I just demolish them. I could block them with the tanks to stop them from reaching more fragile targets. If I kill this first, it's then easier to engage the ones at the back. Can this one get far enough to hit armor this turn? Yes, but that's a bit of a risk. If I move there, I am technically in range of those, so it depends if I can reasonably kill my way through those first. You're going to have to go around the long way, just deal with it. Can you reach the big fellow? I think so. This is line of sight blocking, so you are perfectly safe in that spot. Go stand here and then finish it. Well, you can't quite finish them. Can you do it? You can do it. I do want to take the actual space from the Orks this time, so I'm going to move here. That's taken, so once the Death Company stand here and cover, we've got it. Don't do that though, that's silly. And then move forward with the Dreadnoughts to tank. I want you to hit this one if you can. I can't draw an angle. Maybe if I move you out the way I can put the Shadow Sword there. That's pretty poor damage. What is this designed to hit? It's not doing good damage into anything. Is it because I'm missing one? I've halved my DPS. I mean, even with double the amount of damage there, it's really not that good. You don't seem to be effective into any target, really. You're the cheapest of the Baneblades, which I suppose makes sense. Here we have a big Ork infantry blob to deal with. If you were alive one more turn, you'd be in heaven. Okay, let's just start getting through these. Oh, you can be very aggressive with that one. No, I want to well, I have this one here. Why am I wasting time? Hit the armoured target first and foremost. What do you scout? Only these are all shooters, not sluggers, so they do tend to hit back. If they have the range 3 ones, these ones are the priority. Big shooter teams. Stood out in the open with no cover. That's a disaster for you. There's another one up here. Come down. Careful you don't get too close though. Let's drive in and out so they can't bother us. I suppose the slightly larger one is the preferable target. They're standard shooter boys. Yeah, that's most of those dealt with now. I think I can risk being aggressive. Oh, they can move, what, 3 and then range 3? Yeah, they've got a... No, I'm not moving you up to there to get killed. Let's just move you to safety and then into the safe bubble of this zone. Don't contribute a lot into these anyway. You can hurt them. Kind of hurts too much though. Getting the Storm Bolter into range costs me too much in the way of HP. Let's go with a long range shot instead. What's their range? 3, so that's safe technically. I'm just softening them up so when the Ogryns go in I can wipe them quickly. Where do I want my morale bonus? Ideally near you, but I can't do that and be safe. What do the Ogryns do now? Good damage in exchange for some HP. Fine, I guess I'll have to just take the damage. Tycho can get to work and start mutilating these pests. You're just sort of bad all around. I don't know what you're for. That hurts. I want anti-armor hitting you first. You ideally. Got too much. Don't like how tough this thing is. I haven't fired the Shadow Sword yet, that's why. There we go. Ooh. I did lose one. That last little incidental fire from the shooters picked off the wound. Now I have to spend another 400 requisition putting it back. Of course, you survived on 2 hit points. Can someone kill it for me, please? You could go punch it. And I've done very little to these, which is kind of worrying. The basic Orks here aren't that threatening to most of the stuff on this side. Oh, now you can kill the big tank. Go for it. You failed. Nice. Actually took more damage than they did. These have all shot already. I guess Tycho can finish it for me. Not there. We blocked line of sight. Oh, you do way more damage into this, though. There's no one really there to keep engaging now, sadly. I'm going to do this. Red morale means I'm not contributing much. Probably should have done that first. These have all done. I've secured all the points, so we're just going to wait for Ghazghkull's horrid fortress to pop up now. This has line of sight to me. I can't stop that. Unless I hard engage with you. This off first. Good work. And then the rest is what? A scout to do... Well, the scout would be better off down here shooting into orc blobs. Ideally not ones that kill us in return. Most of them chewed through. This is the only healthy one left, and then a bit of armor at the back. I'll have 2 missiles to deal with those next turn. Tycho can pick off that without even having to move. And take cover here. Once I'm there, I can then pop out and be safe to engage those, so I'm sequestered away in a safe spot. This is also line of sight blocking, so go for it. Vanquisher should be safe now. It's going to be difficult to get onto those with all these in the way, so just wait. But with all the units I have here, getting through shouldn't be the end of the world. Can't get your morale restored this round. You might die. If I put the strongest shadow sword in the way, that might save you. Well, heavy bolter team hasn't shot yet. You are fine. You can tank damage for your fellows. You're done as well. You move away from enemies. Finished? Yes. Oh, sure, yeah. Keep killing the Death Company. There's so little of them left. Mercy. Oh, I lost them again. I'll just about survive this. Okay, yep. You want to do 0 damage to the Dreadnought? I'm happy for that. Do that every turn. Well, that's technically still alive. Oh, we won. I thought Ghazghkull's fortress was going to pop up and I had more to do. There you go. So, is there anything left? Really, there's not much. Most of it was actually tucked away down here, so if we moved in from that approach, we wouldn't have to deal with much. Sort of went okay. We did take a lot of losses, but then we have the requisition to put it back. I have, what, 3 slots left? I think we don't lose them. I've realised the game won't take them from us, so we're fine in that regard. But yeah, we can start mixing and matching again. No more flyers. If you have those suggestions, I'm sorry, I just don't. They're just not tough enough to stand up to anything. I should be able to deal with armor more effectively now. This one's probably not long for the world. It's not great. I'm happy with these two. Particularly this one. The Shadow Sword's so good at dealing with the tanks. Dreadnoughts are doing wonderfully. This did excellent before I got it accidentally killed. And I will put my Death Company back as many times as it takes. Can I buy them now and just put them back immediately? I don't know. I've tried this in the past. It seems to bug. Let's try. 3 left. Purchase. 3 slots. It doesn't count. No, I'll have to pop it in at the start of the next battle. Although apparently... No, they're there. Now it says 2. Okay, I can put them back, but just those. I'm going to leave the other 2 slots open. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Do you have any suggestions for the composition? I'm realising one of the best bits of the game is just playing with all the kid in candy shop sort of options where we just cycle through, so by all means... I can now let go, I think, of the unit composition. We're going to maintain some sort of combined arms, but if you want to see more Space Marine stuff, that's fine. We don't have to be so stringent with options. Or if you just want to chat with me and others in the comment section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I hope that was fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.